Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys, and, well, it has in fact been a while since I've actually done a thoughts video on this channel for some time, and oddly enough, it is actually for a good reason, for sure, because, well, I guess it's after what I've actually been through during March as we speak, with so many videos I've actually put out, let alone, of course, seeing the good chunk of movies and giving out my thoughts videos on those, and especially Syracuse Collectors Con for sure. I figure I need to take my time during the month of April to slow things down a bit and, you know, really catch my breath to really get myself pumped up once again, and thankfully enough, that's exactly what I actually have been doing for this past month now for sure. Although I guess if anything, probably from the looks of it, I do look like I'm in need of a massive haircut. No, I'm actually quite serious. I think pretty much on the backside of my hair is getting pretty long to the point where I'm actually growing wings on the back end. And as usual, my bangs are starting to get into my eyes and my ears. It's disgusting for sure, but not to worry, I've already got, like, several video projects that I need to get underway for sure, well before I can actually get right where I need to be for sure, so not to worry, I'll be sure to get myself a haircut, maybe some point around after, maybe like after 2 to 3 video projects I've already got planned out as we speak, but until that happens, I figure pretty much that seeing how, yeah, I guess right up until I'll get those underway, I think it's time for me to get my latest thoughts video out of the way, because, yeah, oddly enough, I actually decided to catch one movie on the big screen that I actually got to see earlier today for sure, that really got me pumped up for sure, and, well, I figure for today's thoughts video, well, it has been several months since we've actually got a little something from pretty much one of our neighboring countries for sure. But I think I might as well spill the beans hanging for sure. I think it's about, I guess it's after about 3 to 4 months since after we talked about anything from that country for sure. I think maybe now's a good time for today's thoughts video. We actually get a little something from, of course, our lovely people that we know of from Japan. Yeah, I think that I figure that's exactly what I'll be doing for today for sure. Because yeah, I guess you know me, hands down. I think aside from, of course, any movies that we get here in North America, I guess it's actually quite interesting to see that we get a little piece of Japanese cinema for sure, and I always do love that for sure, and thankfully enough, pretty much in connection with, of course, today's thoughts video, we're not going to be talking about any movie that's from Japan. Oh, no. We're actually going to be taking a little something that's pretty much directly from something that I absolutely really love, which is, of course, anime. So yeah, you know me, I always do love a good bit of anime for sure, whether it be from a show or a movie or whatever you might actually think of for sure. And, well, luckily enough for today's anime movie that I actually got to see, it's not like any of the other pretty much anime movies I've actually pretty much talked about beforehand, and trust me when I say I've actually talked about a good chunk of anime movies for sure, so. But this one I'm actually going to be talking about here today is based around a very recent anime series that's actually been very well known for quite some time and has gained a lot of popularity. And I do mean that in the best possible way for sure, so yeah, I figured that's exactly what we'll be in for sure. And judging by the way I'm actually mentioning a part of that to you, you can clearly guess on what that might be. You don't know? Come on, it's pretty obvious. I mean, the title and the thumbnail to this video might give you the idea. Give up? Alright, I guess I might as well mention this right now. I guess for today's thoughts video we're going to be doing here today, we're of course going to be diving into, of course, the latest movie that I actually got to see very recently, which is none other than Spy Family Code White. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to be talking about here today. It is not only the latest film that had just came out not too long ago, but it's also based around the most well-known anime, pretty much the best well-known manga anime series that's been around for this recent decade as of now, which is of course Spy Family. So yeah, that's of course what I'm going to be talking about here today. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say of course, that front. Alright. Alrighty then, so yeah, before I could go ahead and dive right into this latest movie, I think it makes sense to give off pretty much some background information to get you guys the idea, because hey, what better way to talk about the Spy Family movie than by talking about, well, Spy Family for sure. So yeah, now I guess for a full disclosure as of now, and to get things out of the way for sure, I never actually saw the anime series Spy Family, nor even read the manga for quite some time now, ever since it actually first came out for sure. Now, I guess I give it to that front. You would think that it would make me unqualified to actually talk about this movie, and you'd be right on, of course, that front. But not in the way that you think for sure. Now I guess for one thing, even though I never actually read the manga, nor even watched the anime series just yet for sure, I've actually heard really great things about it from, of course, other people, let alone some YouTubers that I do love and admire, to even some of my close friends who have actually seen that show for sure. And of course, let's not forget to mention, I did see several clips of it on YouTube for sure. And to me, I think based on, of course, what I'm actually seeing, it actually does look like a really interesting show for sure. So yeah, I guess, quite frankly, given to what I'm seeing based on my first impressions, it actually does look like a whole lot of fun for sure, and I'm actually in for something really, really fantastic for sure, and yeah, given to the popularity that that show has been getting for sure, let alone pretty much also the manga as well, but you get the idea. I'm actually in for something really great for sure, and yeah, I guess if anything, yeah, and let's not forget to mention, I probably did like a couple videos revolving around Spy Family for sure, let alone mentioning some things revolving around Spy Family for sure, like of course, I guess you may recall, of course, a couple of What the Pickup episodes for sure. I did talk about the Your Forger keychain that was, of course, given to me by my girlfriend, Casamelgi, when she actually came here to visit me for sure, and not to mention, had our little nice little date over at Destiny USA, which was a whole lot of fun, and let's not forget to mention, going all the way back to when I went to Retro GameCon back in 2022, I actually did bought a really nice cross-stitch that I actually got, also themed to, of course, Your Forger from Spy Family for sure, so yeah, I just need to get those out of the way. I never actually read the manga or watched the anime for sure, but I have made like several references, or at least mentioned them in, of course, my videos. And not to mention, I've heard really great things about that anime series for sure. And that's just from what I can gather for sure. So, and of course, for number two that I need to get out of the way. I guess I know a lot of you guys would be complaining for the fact, saying that, oh, you can't review the movie if you haven't seen the show. Well, I mean, let's really face it, guys. I have actually reviewed a good number of movies based on shows that I've never actually seen before. Some of which I've actually, some of the movies I've actually seen based around that scenario, I actually thought were actually pretty good for sure. But hey, if you have seen my past thoughts videos for sure, you'll definitely see what I mean for sure. So yeah, I guess give it to that front for sure, despite the fact that I seem to be a bit of a latecomer going into this for sure, or never actually saw the show for sure, or read the manga entirely. I still want to go into, of course, this movie pretty much with what it has to offer for sure, and of course, I think it's actually a really great way for me to actually come in as sort of a latecomer to all this for sure. And thankfully enough, around the time I actually went to see it, I'm actually in for something really quite amazing for sure, because luckily enough, when I actually went over to the Crown City Cinemas, not Crown City Cinemas, yeah, it was actually a different theater, so I'm so sorry about that. But when I actually went to the Regal Cinemas down in Ithaca for sure to actually see this movie, believe it or not, I actually got this really nice card that I actually got that is, of course, themed to, of course, the anime series for sure. Yeah, no joke. Pretty much when I went in, I actually bought my ticket to actually see this movie for sure. I was given this really nice Spy Family card for sure, which I'm not gonna lie is actually really awesome for sure. I really do love it when movie theaters we actually give you sort of gifts to actually that are indeed themed to the movie that you're about to see, which is awesome. And yeah, I guess from the looks of it, I can't resist cute little Anya for sure. So yeah, maybe that's just my excuse for, of course, pretty much seeing something revolving around Spy Family. It's because I can't resist cute little Anya for sure, so. But yeah, nevertheless, that's exactly what I got when I went in to see this movie for sure, and yeah, I guess as expected, even though I am sort of a latecomer to, of course, get into, of course, Spy Family for sure, I still actually want to give it a fair shot and actually go and see the movie for what it is for sure. And, well, I guess I literally got back from, of course, seeing this movie not too long ago. And I guess a lot of you guys may be wondering, now that I actually got the chance to see it, what do I think of this movie now that I finally got the chance to see it? Well, I'm not gonna lie. I guess it's after seeing it entirely, consider myself absolutely impressed for sure. Yeah, I'm not joking on way actually saying. I guess since after going in to see this movie for what it is, despite the fact that I never read the manga or watched the anime for sure, I guess for what it is, I enjoyed every moment in this movie for sure. Everything from, of course, what I'm actually seeing. I was really engaged and, of course, impressed with, of course, what's actually been given to me, and through it all, I do think it's actually a real fun time for sure, and I had a blast seeing this movie for what it is, so yeah, that's pretty much what I can say in a nutshell for sure. I really enjoyed the hell out of this movie, and yeah, consider myself absolutely impressed for sure, so yeah. Alrighty then, so yeah, now that I've got the short version out of the way, I'll go ahead and talk about everything that I need to talk about for sure. For starters is, of course, the story for, of course, this movie, and interestingly enough, I really do like what they had to do for, of course, this movie for sure. Everything from, of course, what I'm actually seeing, I do think it's very complex and very engaging from what I've actually seen for sure. yeah, it really does do a really incredible job in, of course, stretching the story out for sure as a full-length movie for sure, aside from a regular old chapter from the manga, or even pretty much an episode of course, the anime for sure. So yeah, I really do like, of course, what they actually accomplished for, of course, the story for, of course, this movie, and yeah, I guess for that, I really follow through on what goes on for sure. Everything from what I've actually seen is really structured out quite well for sure. That I really think actually works quite well entirely. So yeah, that's how much I actually really do love the story, and of course this movie for sure. And of course, as another thing, the writing I have to say as another aspect, that too I will have to say is actually brilliantly well done for sure. Everything from, of course, what I've actually seen, pretty much the writing for of course this movie, I do think it's actually very well crafted and really has a good pretty much eye-catching nature to really get myself into, of course, everything that goes on throughout the course of this movie for sure. And yeah, I do think they actually accomplished that quite well entirely, and I was actually impressed with, of course, what I've actually seen for sure. And not to mention the comedy, I have to say, that I'm not gonna lie, I do think that is actually brilliantly well done for sure. Every single joking bit that's actually played out throughout a good chunk of the movie for sure. I actually find myself getting a pretty good laugh for sure. All the jokes and stuff that they actually throwing in throughout the film's comedy, I do think it actually worked well to the film's advantage as well, and I was actually really impressed with, of course, what I've actually seen for sure. That I will have to say really has impressed me for sure, and yeah, never disappointed me in such a way. So yeah, I think that's what I can say. Of course, those three aspects in a nutshell. I do think they really work well to the film's advantage, and I really do admire the hardworking determination to really make this work entirely. And yeah, I think it's actually brilliantly well done for sure. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say. Of course, that front. Alright. Alright, so now that I've actually got those out of the way, I guess I might as well go ahead and talk about the next couple of things that I need to talk about for sure, which I guess if anything is, of course, the characters for starters. And yeah, what can I say about the characters that a lot of people haven't already? I think, if anything, I do think the characters in, of course, this movie, I actually do think they are very engaging, and not to mention very much interesting from what I can gather. They each actually have their own sense of personalities and their own flaws that they need to tackle upon for sure. And I really do love the really great sense of development given to, of course, pretty much all of the characters that we actually do see and get to know for sure. And, of course, a lot like everyone else, I can't get enough of course, pretty much the main Forger family, for sure, consisting of course, the pretty much the well-known spy Lloyd, and of course the well-known assassin Yor, and of course the little telepathic dogger, which is of course Anya, which I've actually mentioned, and not to mention pretty much and of course their pet dog Bond, who can see into the future for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, for of course this part of this film actually being called Spy Family, yeah, they really actually kept the focus mainly on the main Forger family, which I really do love and admire for sure. They always are fun to watch for sure, whether it be pretty much having a good sense of bonding time that they need to, of course, some really hilarious hijinks that we do get a good laugh on, as I mentioned, of course, the film's comedy, and not to mention wherever something action-packed would actually happen, they're always guaranteed to kick a lot of ass for sure, and yeah, I guess all that and more, that actually really got me engaged on them more and more, and I do want to see them accomplish their goals and tackle upon pretty much what they had to overcome for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say for, of course, the characters for sure. I really enjoyed them whenever they pop up on screen for sure. Now, I guess for the acting for sure, that too needs no introduction entirely, and again, for disclosure, around the time I actually saw this movie for sure, I actually got to check out the subbed version for sure. That's right, it actually does mean that I actually got to experience the movie in its original Japanese track with English subtitles provided, to which I guess if anything, watching anime either subbed or dubbed can, of course, be debatable at best, but to me, I actually do mind both for sure, and I will have to say the subbed version, I definitely think is actually brilliantly well done for sure. Pretty much the good number of actors that they got to play all these characters, they really pulled off some really great performances for sure, and again, it really does match up their personalities and their characters actually quite well for sure, and yeah, for that, I'm actually impressed with, of course, what I'm actually seeing for sure. And now I am fully aware that there is indeed an English dub of course, the anime show for sure, and of course this movie as well, but I think it'll be hard to say, of course, what I actually thought about it for sure, but I will say, based on, of course, some clips I've actually seen on YouTube of course, the anime show for sure, in terms of its English dub, well, it's not bad, but it's not great either. Maybe, I guess, some of the actors playing the characters in the English dub might be a little off in some areas, or I don't know, maybe I think it's just me for sure, so. But hey, even if I actually do watch the show in its English dub for sure, maybe I might get a little something out of it. I don't know for sure, but for now, I definitely do think the subbed version is brilliantly well done for sure, and I really do admire, of course, the actors playing all these characters for sure. They really pulled off some really great performances that I really get a good snapback right away. I figure, yeah, that exactly is, of course, what I'm actually getting from part of these characters for sure, so yeah, I think that's what I can say, of course, that front. The characters and the acting, I have to say, brilliantly well done, I'm not gonna lie, though I guess for the latter, kind of hard to say how I feel about its English dub as of now, but we'll definitely have to wait and see for sure, but hey, I'll definitely take the subbed version anyhow, so yeah, those are, of course, what I can say on those couple of aspects in a nutshell for sure, so yeah. Alrighty. Alrighty then, so yeah, now that I've actually got those two out of the way, what else is there for me to talk about for sure? Actually, quite a whole lot for sure. For starters is, of course, well, I guess I might as well go ahead and talk about the animation for sure, and I will have to say, animation-wise, I definitely do think Spy Family has got some really, really great animation style that really does match the drawing and the style of the original manga, and this movie actually really showcased that quite well for sure. I really do love, of course, how well the animation actually looks for sure, and I really do admire how well nicely drawn out it is for sure, and not only that, I also do admire pretty much on top of part of the animation be mostly 2D for sure. They also have the courtesy to bring little bits of CGI in certain areas for sure, to which, to me, I definitely do think it's actually a really great blend when it comes to sort of anime movies for sure. So yeah, they definitely want to match the animation style like in the anime show for sure, but also mix things up a bit and make things a little bit bigger for a movie-going audience for sure, which I really do love and admire for sure. I really do like movies based on shows that would actually use this kind of technique for sure. That actually really does impress me in such a way for sure, So yeah, not only that, but I also do admire some really nice little bits of visuals and effects that really does, that also does help blend in, of course, everything else that goes on throughout the course of this movie for sure. Yeah, that too I have to say is brilliantly well done, I have to say, and I was impressed with, of course, what I've actually seen on screen for sure, So yeah, that's of course what I can say, of course, that front for sure, and not only that, pretty much on top of course, the comedy that I actually mentioned earlier, but if there's also one thing that I really do love and admire for sure, I really do love the action for sure. That to me, I have to say, is brilliantly well done, I will have to admit for sure, and I really do like for the fact that the film actually does take its time to really build up to the action for sure. Like, of course, pretty much a good chunk of scenes from what I've actually seen. They actually do take its time, really slow things out to help develop some really nice character development for sure. And whenever something action-packed needs to pop up for sure, bang! The movie really gets itself going to that right away for sure, and I really do like, of course, what they actually did for the action for sure. That too, I will have to say, is brilliantly well done, and for that to go alongside the animation for sure, it is actually quite amazing from what I've actually seen. And speaking of course, what I've actually described for sure, that's another thing I really do love and admire about this movie. It's pacing for sure. So yeah, based on, of course, what I've actually seen for sure, I really do like the really nice pacing they actually pretty much tried to accomplish for, of course, this movie. Again, really just pretty much taking its time to really establish some pretty much everything that goes on throughout the course of the story, and not to mention help give us some really great character development at the same time, and then immediately afterwards, when it needs to get to the action, it does exactly that for sure, and of course the whole cycle starts all over again, and yeah, I say that actually does work out quite well for sure. There was never one moment during the film's pacing where, of course, it actually is off in certain areas, or at least jumbled up to make things a little bit distracting, like certain movies. Madam Web! Sorry, I need to get that out for sure. Yeah, I really do think the pacing and, of course, this movie actually does work well to me, and I was impressed with, of course, what I've actually seen on screen for sure, So yeah, that's, of course, what I can say, of course, that front for sure. And, of course, the direction in this film from the film's director, that, too, I have to say, is, of course, actually done pretty well, in my opinion. I really do think they pretty much the film's director really put a lot of hard-working effort to really make this work for sure, and I was impressed with the final results on the big screen for sure, So yeah, that's of course what I can say on that front for sure. And of course the cinematography, I will have to say, is actually brilliantly well done as well. I really do like on how well shot this movie is. Through some really great camera shots they actually thrown in as well to really help make this movie work for sure. And of course the ending, I have to say, that I will have to say is cut up perfectly through some really nice cuts that again help match the film's pacing alongside everything else that goes on while the movie is playing for sure. So yeah, I think that's what I can say, of course, that front for sure. So yeah, I guess with all that combined, and moreover, I do think this movie actually did quite well to stay true to, of course, what made Spy Family so great for sure, but also really expand the whole log as a movie as a whole for sure. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright, so I guess with all that said and done, that's pretty much everything that I need to say about this movie for sure. So yeah, I guess overall, Spy Family Code White, I have no denying for the fact that it is indeed probably pretty much a very well done movie in my opinion, and yeah, I guess with everything that goes on for sure, I enjoyed every moment in this movie for sure. I think they really accomplished pretty much almost everything quite well for sure, and yeah, I think it really is something that I couldn't get enough of for sure. I really do think they really did an incredible job with what they've actually accomplished for sure, and for that, from its engaging story to interesting characters, some amazing animation, and really great action and pacing for sure, just to name a few. I do think it actually works quite well, not only standing out quite well as a movie on its own, but also stay true to, of course, pretty much the entirety of course, Spy Family in a nutshell for sure. So yeah, I definitely do think this is actually one movie that is definitely well worth the watch for sure, whether you're a fan of the show or just a fan of anime in a nutshell for sure. I do think this is actually one that I know hands down a lot of people are really gonna have a fun time with for sure, and trust me, I did. And yeah, this movie never really disappointed me in such a way. I definitely do think it is actually brilliantly well done for sure, and yeah, I guess there's no denying for the fact that I guess with what I've actually seen so far, I definitely do think this movie is definitely one of the best ones that I've actually seen this year by far for sure. Amongst plenty of other movies that I've actually seen this year so far that I definitely do think are actually brilliantly well done for sure. So now you might be asking to yourself, now that I've actually seen the movie for what it is, does that mean I might actually take the time to read the manga, or at least watch the anime, since after I finally got to see this movie for what it is? Well, my answer to that would be hell yeah for sure. So yeah, I guess there's no denying for the fact that much like all the other recent anime shows that I haven't actually seen just yet, that I've actually heard really great things about for sure, with a good number of examples being, of course, well, My Dress Up Darling, Oshinoko, and let's see, what else? Oh yeah, Sugar Apple Fairy Tale, My Happy Marriage, and what else is out there? Oh yeah, the Ampo Thakari Diaries, I think that's what it's called. And oh yeah, even Freyren Beyond Journey's End. And yes, even Spy Family for sure. And that's just to name me a few for sure. I guess there's no doubt in my mind that since after seeing this movie for what it is, I guess it's actually given me a lot of encouragement to actually go and actually read the manga, and of course watch the anime for sure. Something I definitely wouldn't mind checking out for sure. So yeah, I think it'll be hard to say on, of course, when exactly that's gonna happen for sure, but I guess until then, we still have this movie for what it is. Yeah, I definitely do think this is actually one of the best movies I've actually seen this year by far, and yeah, I do highly recommend checking this one out for sure, and, well, experiencing it for yourself. So So yeah, that's of course what I can say of course that front. And because of that, folks, yes, I am definitely proud to say that I am going to be giving Spy Family Code White an outstanding 9.5 out of 10 as my final score for sure. I was really surprised on how much I enjoyed this movie for sure, and yeah, I definitely do think this is actually one that is definitely well worth the watch for sure. So if it's actually playing in your local movie theater as we speak, definitely seek this movie out for sure. You're going to be in for such a great time for sure. So much so that you'll be pretty much going in and coming out of the movie theater as, yeah, pretty much saying to yourself, well, as Anya would put it, yeah, I guess that sounds about right for sure. So yeah, if you actually got the time, definitely see this movie for yourself. You're actually going to be in for something really great, and well, that's exactly what you'll get for sure. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on, of course, that front. Alright. Alright, so I guess on that thought, that'll pretty much do exactly that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and by all means, I want to ask all of you guys, what do you think of Spy Family Code White for sure, if you've actually seen it? Do you absolutely really enjoyed it and think it's actually well worth the watch like I just experienced, or do you absolutely hate it and think it's not pretty much not something up your alley for sure? Or are you somewhere in between where you actually thought it's okay? Let me know what you thought about this movie in the comment section below. I would definitely love to know on what you guys think of it for sure, if you've actually seen it. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and well, I guess from the looks of it, I guess given to the amount of videos I've actually been putting out so far, I definitely should think about getting my 1000th video officially underway for sure, because yeah, I've actually got a whole lot going on for sure. But I guess right up until that actually happens, what's next for me here for sure? Well, I think that'll be hard to say entirely, but yeah, I think I might as well bring up one thing before we go for sure. So yeah, literally after I got out of course, seeing this movie for sure, I got a message from Crowd City Cinemas not too long ago saying that I've actually won a giveaway for sure. What is it that I actually got, you may ask? Well, I'll pull it up for sure. So yeah, what I've actually got right here is, of course, this really nice tote bag that I actually got, as well as, of course, this really awesome t-shirt, all themed to the latest film that came out around the same time of the movie that I got to see, which is, of course, Abigail. So yeah, pretty much all the days that they put up a post on Facebook and Instagram, of course, this little giveaway that actually happened, asking people on what their favorite horror movie is so far. I actually entered saying that the original Candyman movie is, of course, my favorite horror movie for sure. And yeah, and I guess from the looks of it, I've actually won the giveaway. And yeah, actually, pretty much took home this tote bag and, of course, this t-shirt themed to Abigail. So yeah, and I guess while we're at, I think I'll go ahead and try this shirt on. So yeah. Alright, yeah, looks like finally got the shirt on, and yeah, definitely look at that. Definitely looks great on me for sure. So, and you know what? I guess give it to that thought. Yeah, that's exactly what I'll talk about in the next thoughts video for sure. So yeah, tune in next time where, of course, well, I'll finally be talking about Abigail for sure. So yeah, trust me when I say that, much like the movie itself, you're actually going to be in for quite a surprise on what I thought about it for sure. But until that happens, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.
Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyattackTV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and plenty more in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyattackTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.